Hello, everyone. John Richardson here with your reality recaps. Excited to be covering Hollywood Cycle. It's a new reality show in its first season on E! And we've got one of the most popular characters on the show, Shannon Decker. Not only is she fit, but she's not bad to look at either. Hey, Shannon, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me on and starting off right out the gate with compliments. I love it.
Of course, of course. Where can we find you on social media?
Oh my gosh, all over the place. So for Instagram, which I'm best at right now, is Shannon_Decker_. And then Twitter, I'm getting better at. And that's Shannon under. And then this whole Snapchat phenomenon I am working on. And that one, my username, it's kind of funny. My nickname in Santa Barbara, I can't believe I'm telling you this. Everybody calls me Shanny Pants. So my Shanny Pants, yeah.
You heard it here first, everyone.
So yeah, right? I was trying to keep that secret. My Snapchat name is Shanny Pants, so.
Awesome. I love it. So for all you reality fans that are just kind of tuning in, getting to know Hollywood Cycle, it is about Cycle House in West Hollywood, and a lot of celebrities go there. It centers around three of the main trainers, which is Nichelle, her brother Aaron, and Nick here in the background with me. And we get to see how they're doing their classes. We know cycling is a huge, big thing. It's big in New York. There's a lot of charity fundraisers around cycling. So we kind of covered this with Cycle House, and then we've got some new recruits that come in, which is Shannon and Chad and Sarah, and we get to kind of see them kind of go through their auditions, and there's a lot of drama. Shannon, is this your first reality show? Are you
this is my first reality show, and you know, it makes me, the whole drama thing, it makes me kind of think of my family, because to you it's just normal. Every family has drama. Like everybody listening, I'm sure they could be like, yes, yes, yes. So Cycle House is kind of like a family. So with any family, there's gonna be drama you just can't avoid, you know, and there's a lot of big personalities there, so they're just bound to clash at some point.
Well, and there's a lot of big personalities, including Carmen, who is a big personality in herself. We get to kind of get to know Nichelle's good friends, which is Carmen, who is also a model. A lot of models on the show. Nick's a model.
There are.
Yeah. So as far as with you, when did you kind of get into modeling and fitness modeling specifically?
Right. So I was a little bit older. I was like probably 21, 22, and I'm 31 now. So I had been approached my whole life, but I was always an athlete. So I was recruited collegiately for basketball, and I just played every sport as a complete tomboy. And this one week I got approached, like, it was just one of those weird things, like probably like 4 or 5 times in 1 week. And my whole life, you know, I'm so tall. People are like, you should model, you should model. So finally I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. But during that time, that was 10 years ago. So that's when health and fitness started to become more accepted and more popular. So I kind of was a little bit soon on the scene. You know, my agency took a chance on me being curvier and actually having hips and thighs and, you know, muscles and that kind of thing. But now it's, you know, look at Carmen and I are, and Nichelle models too. You know, we're all super curvy girls. And it was one of those things, like, not to get cheesy with you, but it was like your weaknesses, that all my insecurities is what made me work so much and made me as successful as I have been as a model. So it's kind of cool.
Is it a lot of work for you? I know that some people would be like, yeah, I just can eat a couple slices of pizza and this is how I look. Is it a lot? Do you have just a fast metabolism naturally, or do you have to put in some work to look the way you do? Because I'm sorry, I'm a Gold Star gay, And people watching, you know what that means. But you are a very attractive young lady, I have to say. Do you put a
Thank
lot of work
you.
into
Thank
looking the way you do?
I do. I work very hard, and I know those girls. I work with those girls. They're a size 0, and they eat, 2 entrees every meal and junk food and all that. But I do work very, very hard. But I have to say, I still try to live a balanced life. Like, I was just in Miami for the weekend for my best friend's bachelorette party, and we ate and we drank and we indulged, and then the second I landed, I was right back at Cycle House, taking a double spin. So I just think I myself am very realistic. I do have good metabolism. I do eat really healthy and I work out a lot, but I also live my life. I'm not stringent to the point where I'm not fun to be around.
Yeah, that's how I am.
You're right. I
Like
don't
a little low blood sugar, and I'm like, oh,
It's called hangry. It makes me too, don't worry.
I love that. Hangry. I'm going to tell my partner that's what I am. Finally has
Oh,
a name for it.
trust me, I get called out all the time. I keep almonds in my glove compartment. It's a good trick.
Very good. Very good. So we've gotten comments on our website as far as exercise, cycling versus the standard working out with a trainer or building core strength. What's the difference and why cycling versus that?
So for myself personally, I can only speak on what I know. And I do work out with a trainer for my own self because of modeling and that kind of thing. But I will tell your listeners is that if I were them, cycling kind of is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's the fastest, most intense, like bang for your buck that you can do. So you're not only doing cardio, but you're doing toning because you're, that resistance training. You're getting your heart rate up and down. So you're gonna tone up and lean up the quickest. And personal training is expensive. It's not available to everybody across the country. We live in LA, it's like you can find it anywhere. But for people that don't have that luxury of being able to have a trainer, cycling is the best thing that you could do if you want to lose weight and get tone. And it's fun.
Now,
it's really, really fun.
Shannon, it's not that fun. I did it once.
No, it's so fun. That's why Cycle House is so good because it all depends. It all depends on the teacher. So if that's why Nick, Nichelle, and Aaron are so popular because it's so hard, but you forget how hard you're working. Think about putting on headphones and going for a 5-mile jog on your own and having to push yourself to go fast, go slow, go fast, go slow. Exactly. You're not going to do it. So you're in and out of there in less than an hour. It's good music. You have people around you supporting you saying, come on, you can do it. So you got to come back to Cycle House and try it again. That's it.
The only time I run, Shannon, is from the police. With everyone cheered me on.
That's a whole other story. We're going to have to get a cocktail and discuss that one.
Now you're speaking my language. I like that.
Okay. And then we'll go to spin and then cocktails.
Oh my gosh. All right. So we got our fitness tips in, everyone. But now let's get into some of the drama this season with Cycle House. Kind of mid-season, we were introduced to Brandon, who has kind of been a big whirlwind as far as within the trainers and kind of trying to move up a little bit and kind of taking people's clients. Do you have any opinion on Brandon, and are you friends with him?
I am acquaintances with Brandon. I'm not as close to him as I am to a lot of the other people at Cycle House, but I will speak on that Cycle House is built on certain values. And that's the whole reason why I wanted to become a part of Cycle House like I did. Integrity and, hard work and so many things that I really hold sacred in terms of values and morals. And Brandon's just a shit stirrer. I think he means well, and I think he's a really good guy, but sometimes he just gets a little ahead of himself, and I don't think he means bad, but man, sometimes it just can come off the wrong way, and it takes Nichelle is so busy, and she has worked her ass off for Cycle House, so I can understand her impatience with somebody like Brandon. It's kind of like, get with the program or go somewhere else type of thing,
Well,
like we don't have time for that.
Well, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? But I mean, just even with some of the stuff said, I mean, whether you're a fitness trainer or whether you're selling real estate, I mean, if somebody's talking to your clients and kind of persuading them to go the other way, just isn't cool, Brandon. Okay, Shannon's not putting you in check. I'm putting you in check. Okay, as from one sister to another. All right. Another question we got is your roommates with Nick. Here's Nick in the background. Here, let me kiss Nick.
I know, I can't actually focus on you because Nick is distracting me.
I
can't stop looking at him.
There you go, Shannon.
Thank you. You're pretty handsome yourself. Hi. Let's have an interview.
How you doing? Are you still roommates with Nick?
I am. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Awesome. I don't know what I would do without that guy.
He seems like a really great guy. All right, you've got some questions on Twitter from Sophia at _Jesus3 says, who's your biggest inspiration?
Oh gosh, my biggest inspiration. Well, to me, inspiration comes from who makes you want to be the best you possible. Who gets me up at 5 a.m. to work out and to yeah, right, Nick. A man in my future who looks like Nick, that is straight. No, I'm just kidding. This is cheesy and cliche maybe, but my family is so important to me, and I have a little brother and sister. My sister's actually in the other room right now. Actually, she might be down at the pool, but she's 19 and she's 20 today. She's here because it's her birthday today. And my brother is 16. And they're just, I want to be, I feel like I've half raised them, half, been their role model. And so just because I'm so much older than them. So I think for me, it's my friends and my family. I just want to make them proud and to do the best that I can do. So they're, like, as cheesy as that is, my family's my inspiration because they're the ones that keep me motivated to just keep being me and keep doing the best that I can do for them. Because my sister's expensive. She has expensive taste, so I need to be able to buy her nice things. We're going out to lunch after this, so I have to succeed so I can afford her.
Maybe you could go to Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant. You never know. Speaking
That's a good idea.
Your family in the show, how has your family reacted to you being on a reality show?
You know what? They know me, and they know, they're just so, they keep me in check. Like, you checked Brandon, my family keeps me in check. They're like, you need to drive down to Huntington Beach and pick up your grandma and drive her back to Santa Barbara for this, and this. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm a reality star now. Maybe I'm really busy. And they're like, sorry, sister, pick up some groceries along the way too. We don't care. No, they're good. They're happy for me that I've kind of like, finally moving down to LA and finding my place and I was kind of doing stuff for everybody else, and I wasn't doing what was making me happy. And I think ultimately we all have to do that in order to be the best we can be for everybody we love. So they're happy and they're proud of me, but then at the same time, they don't really care. They're like, yeah.
Well, you have to be happy with what you're doing, whether you're paid or not, because if it's not fun anymore, you just don't want to do it, right?
Exactly.
All right. So speaking a little bit about your journey with Hollywood Cycle, so you kind of got in there, you were auditioning, and you met Aaron Hines, and you kind of got a little Aaron.
I don't know who that is. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, my heart, Shannon, just popped out of my chest.
Got you.
I will go to Cycle House just to get you back for that.
That's called reverse psychology. I win. I wanted you to come in.
Oh no, that's it. It's on. It's on, girl.
We can go to Aaron's class together.
We can take Aaron's class. So you kind of early on kind of got a little crush on Aaron. It was kind of going back and forth, which, by the way, I mean, how could you not have a crush on Aaron? Hubba, hubba, hubba. You kind of wanted to get a little more serious with him this season. He didn't seem very interested. Then he kind of came back and went, hey, I am interested, but you gave him a hard time. Why?
Yeah, because guys would never do that. They never want what they can't have, right?
Ooh, girl.
I mean, come on. I should have known. I should know better than that. Age-old quandary, I'm telling you.
That's it. I'm still recovering from your Aaron stunt with me. I still am. We got a comment on our website saying you dancing on the stripper pole with Sarah was hilarious. Doing your thing. Yeah.
I think it was one of these.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. It was the sprinkler. Is that the sprinkler? Yeah.
Which brings me back to my Aaron answer is that, once you get to be a certain age, you kind of know what you want. You know what you have to offer. So you're kind of, in your younger days, you maybe got pushed around or played games or a little bit more. And that's part of growing up, and that's fine. But at this age, it's like, I'm not in any rush, but I definitely know that I don't want to sound too full of myself, but I just expect from somebody the same as what I'm able to give them. And you heard me say in episode 4, I think it was, it's like, I'm not down to be with a guy who wants to be with other girls, at this point in my life. That's not what I'm all about. And I'm a very loyal person, and it takes a lot for me to become a girlfriend, but when I do, I'm all in. So, two people, we went through our journey, and it was an interesting one, kind of a roller coaster, but Aaron and I always communicated with each other, and I just think everybody can relate to it. And by communicate, I mean make out, which is a human form of communication. So that's fine.
All the time, sometimes alone. So we kind of ended the last episode because tonight's the season finale, everyone, which is why we're talking to Shannon. We leave off. You've done your audition. Sarah's giving you crap. Hello, Sarah. We thought you guys were friends, girl power, and now she's got all this kind of shade towards you. And we find out if you made it as an instructor. Is there anything you're going to tell us? Spoilers. We want spoilers, Shannon.
I mean, I can tell you that nope, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. No, you all have to tune in and watch because it still continues to be a wild ride, and I am still part of the Cycle House family. That's what I can tell you. I can't tell you in what context, but it's been an exciting process, and you'll find out more when you watch tonight. But oh man, the whole Sarafina thing, that's hard for me. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and I kind of took her in a little bit. And I told you I have my younger siblings, so I'm a bit of a people a little bit, and I'm very nurturing naturally. So it's been hard with me with Sarafina, but I think I'll say the same as Brandon. I think she just has a little animosity towards me right now because she's struggling, with herself. And I think that's usually the case if somebody comes at you, it's typically not about you. It's typically about them. So I'm just trying to be me and stay true to me and, how I treated her. And
it's her issue.
It's gonna
It's
be,
her issue, not yours.
yeah, yeah,
You know, it
yeah,
takes two to
yeah.
tango. Don't be the second person, right?
Exactly. I'm gonna
You
tweet her that right now.
talk to the wall. You can talk to the wall.
Hey, Sarafina. Yeah, let's tango. I mean, wait, no, I don't want to.
All right, let's take one more question. We got this on Twitter from Katie Youngerner. Youngerner Katie says, how many hours a day do you dedicate for training to be an instructor? I assume at it's a Cycle House LA. How many hours do you dedicate to be an instructor? How long does it take to get that endurance, first of all, to
Yeah,
finish a class?
no, that's a really good question. Thanks. That's a really good question. So, you know, every cycle gym is going to be different, but Aaron's been doing training for a long time and he has it kind of down to a science. So a lot of the work is actually on your own. Like this morning I was up, you know, this morning I did my workout and then I came home, and my biggest challenge during training was music, because it's the flow of the class and having, you know, the correct songs for whatever workout you want to implement. And so I come home and I work on my music, and Nick does it too. You know, he has his he's always making new playlists, because he never does the same playlist twice. And so there's that part of it. And then I have to make sure my fitness level is up in order to be able to teach and spin at the same time, you know, while you're in training. So, you know, it's like trying to sing and dance at the same time. It takes a lot out of you. So I go to a spin every day, sometimes twice a day, just to make sure I'm up on that. And then we had official training 3 times a week for probably 2 to 4 hours each time. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but it's just like anything. Like if you want to learn the piano, if you want to any new job, you know, it just takes that dedication. And for me, it was so exciting, and it was such a good step on my fitness journey. So I was happy to put in the time, and I kind of became a little bit obsessed with it, you know, like with music and that kind of thing. So yeah.
Well, it's certainly paid off, because you look fantastic. And I just want to thank you so much for letting me interview you. We cannot wait to see Cycle House. The finale is tonight on E at 10 p.m. Pacific time. We get to find out if Shannon made the instructor. We get to find out if she's still with Aaron. So many questions unanswered will be answered tonight. Shannon, thank you so much again. It's been awesome. You are just as nice and down to earth as you are on the show.
Thank you. Can we just have another coffee talk tomorrow morning, and then I can tell you everything you want to know?
Oh my gosh, it's on. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. All of Shannon's stuff is right below on our website.